demonstration. I have chosen the right date today, as our project has progressed so far that I'm just happy to you know announce all the updates today. See, our project has grown so huge, like you can see the folder. This is because like we have added so many features, so many that I don't know how to start even. Okay, let's go with this first. Here is our conversations DB. This is the database, and we are storing everything like ID, timestamp, user input, what is the bot's response, what were the sentiments. If text sentiment, then of course, if the message was in text, then we are not storing the audio sentiment. These are null. Else you can see, okay. And the fuse sentiment using these two sentiments. These are also over here, like neutral and sad. So we will get sad overall. So here is user audio path and text to speech audio path, that is the response. These are, wait a second, response time. Okay, these are the response times. The session ID is something that I have just added dummy. We will work on it later, and the intent also. Okay, so this is the database, and before I go more into the codes and the files, let's quickly jump onto the demonstration of the working application. Here we have a light as well as dark mode. Okay, the dark mode seems better. Okay, I will record a voice. Okay, and see, our external knowledge base is clearly in English. Okay, you can see this is based on Netflix help center. See, this is written in English. Okay, now I will ask it in Hindi. The words will be different. I won't take words same as the English words. I will change everything. Okay, and ask it, and it will definitely understand. Netflix का प्लान कैसे बदलें? Netflix का प्लान कैसे बदलें? Let's see how it goes. I did not say anything that it could pick up from here. Only Netflix and a plan. Like हर जगह, everywhere there must be something related to it. So I tried my best कि it doesn't get much English reference to this page. We can test it more later, and let's see how it goes here. In my terminal, we run this code uvcon, so our project runs. Okay, and these are some warnings in the starting that I will remove.
मुझे खेद है कि आपको परेशानी हो रही है। मैं आपकी मदद के लिए यहाँ हूँ। नेटफ्लिक्स का प्लान बदलने के लिए कृपया नीचे दिए गए स्टेप्स को फॉलो करें। अपने ब्राउज़र में चेंज प्लान पेज पर जाएं। अगर
Okay, so as you can see here, there is hyperlinks. Like, this was such a headache today. I have fixed this issue today, that I added hyperlinks. Before it was doing that, it was doing something that was just creating a problem, that it was writing all the links on the display, and it was reading it like www.netflix. Like that. So it was so irritating, and I have fixed it like this. Now it is a hyperlink. Now it will head to the actual page. This is this is not just a dummy link, but it is actually the link which is stored in the external knowledge I have provided. This is very accurate. Okay, see. Okay, but we have to log in it. Okay, so what else what I can tell you is, yes, there were many issues regarding asterisks and slashes in the output message that I had to clear up, since my knowledge base contains lots of formattings like C, hashtags, numbers, links, square brackets, and whatnot, asterisks. The bold words, see these ones. These are actually, like, these look colorful here, but in plain text these are like 2 asterisks here, 2 asterisks there. So yeah, formatting them was clearly an issue, but we have fixed it. Okay, see, you can see here, actually this was the text, but in output we don't want to show these double asterisks, but we are storing it, or we are passing these asterisks to the LLM because it shows the words which are more important. These are the bold words, right? And you can see it has been added to the database too in the very end. Let's see, last, Netflix का plan कैसे बदले, see clearly. And what else we can see is, of course this was audio option, we have this folder option too. Okay, wait, okay, let's go about the retrieval augmented. I don't remember what we called it, shit. So this is you know how I have applied drag over here. This is the main code actually that is doing that, which is connecting the external knowledge base to our application. And see, there's so much of detail, like FAISS index hash. Basically what it does is that I wanted that if my knowledge base updates, then my application should also update accordingly. So not only does it checks the files, but also the content in the files. That's why I'm generating these hash files. So it takes care of the contents of the file too, right? And the it always checks, like, wait a second, let me show you. See, no changes detected, loading existing FAIs. If I had done any changes, then it would have shown that forming all those indexes and all. Okay, and what else? We have taken care of all types of files, legit all types of files, like text, MD, PDF, docs, okay, PPTs, everything, CSV, XLS. Right now, for reference, I have MD files. Where is it? I have stored MD files, but I will also show you later how it works with other files too. And this is for cleaning those markdown files, because there was a lot of problem regarding asterisk hashes and all. We have used Azure OpenAI embeddings model as for the what do you call it, vector based model. It returns the vectors, not text but vectors. And what else we have? This code basically breaks all the files into chunks, and those chunks are then stored into our vector store. This that is provided by the FAISS library. Okay, and I know this looks complicated, but it's okay. It is. Let's leave it. What else we have over here? Basically, what this file, where is it? We have ragstore.py. What this does is, this uses the external knowledge base. Okay, it stores it in the vector store, and then it extracts the vectors using semantic search, whatever is required by the user. I ask for Netflix plan, then it will search for the Netflix plan, and it will extract it and send it to the LLM. Now here is the LLM chain. This is the main code, that is the brain that thinks and answers. This is the huge prompt. Okay, in the backend we have our Azure GPT 4o, which answers. Okay, this is a comment, I should not keep it, I should have removed it earlier. And okay, see, GPT 4o, I'm taking everything for Azure, as I have a student account over here, and everything is handled using environment. I have a .env file, so okay, so this is handling the LLM. And for the LLM, I have a separate file called chat memory, that is nothing but it just takes care of the memory, conversation summary buffer, which is used for generating a summary of all the previous chat history, as well as retaining the recent messages as it is to pass to the prompt. Okay, so we do not just forget everything, like our model should not forget what the context was while in a conversation, right? What else do we have? Database.py is used for creating a database. I'm sorry, not creating, but filling the database with the content. And we have audio sentiment.py that is used for uh, finding the sentiment of the audio. Now the thing is that it uses wave to vec to base. Okay, this model is fine for multiple languages. Like I can say fine, not the best, but fine. We are still working on a lot. And what else do we have here? Actually, before I was using pi audio analysis, it wasn't that good. This one's better. And what else do we have? Audio transcriber. Okay, this is the main thing, a very huge update, you can say. I am using three models over here. See, Whisper, Bhashini Lang Detect, and it is saying Bhashini STT. Actually, it is not Bhashini, it is Sarvam STT. Sarvam. Okay. So what happens is, if the content is any global language like English, Spanish, anything which is recognized by Whisper, and uh, a language that Whisper works properly on, works better on, so for that languages Whisper will work. If it is not such a language, basically, to be able to find which language it is, we are taking probability. Whisper will give us the probabilities that it sounds like this, it sounds like that. If we are not getting any strong probability that it belongs to a certain language, then we will give it to Bhashini to find that which language it is. Okay, and most probably if it is not some global language, then it will be an Indian language, so we are using Bhashini. After that, Bhashini will choose from the Indian languages which language it is, and then I will pass that language to Sarvam, and Sarvam will correctly convert the speech to text. That is the thing. See, this is the code. You can see this is a Whisper local model. I can change it with API to make it more faster. And this is transcribe with Whisper. Let me see it again. Okay, and this is transcribe with Sarvam. This is the Sarvam code. See, we are using the API over here, and we are passing the, you know, a request. This is Bhashini detect language. This is also another type of API we are using. And transcribe audio. See, here you can see we are converting the audio which we have taken from the user into 16,000 kilohertz, 16 kilohertz basically, so that the Whisper can work on it, right? Whisper, or I guess your Bhashini can work on it. Yes, Bhashini can work on it. And we are converting everything into wave file. Okay, so this is the audio transcriber. You can go more into detail. I know the video is extending too much, but still, I hope you can learn a bit about the project from this. I've told you about audio sentiment, audio transcriber, and I think I should tell you about text sentiment. Here it is. See, I'm using Vader. The only problem about this is that it does work well on English. On future updates, I will add multilingual support to this too. Okay, so it analyzes the text. Audio sentiment analyzes the tone, the way the person speaks, the speed, but this analyzes the exactly what I'm saying, the text. Okay, Vader works really well on English. Okay, shit. Okay, I'm safe. So Vader works really well on English, but we do need more support for different languages. And this is the TTS response. Earlier I used PyTTS X3, but it doesn't work for multiple languages. So this is Google text to speech, a free library. Thank God Google has given us this for free. So yes, it does well. Actually, it posed a problem that its voice is female voice, right? And the responses were like as if a male generated it, so I had to edit the prompt for that also. That was also an update. And what else? Okay, main.py. This is a very important file over here. It is so elaborate, so elaborate. See, you can see how huge it is. Okay, let's leave the commented part. I have kept them commented in case I do not have to revert back to something, although I'm using GitHub for that purpose. But yeah, I tried to suppress some warnings, and more are left to be suppressed, of course. And here are all the libraries, and these are all the files from which I'm importing functions. And this is used for converting the every kind of text content into UTF-8, because UTF-8 supports all the emojis and multiple languages. And this is me loading the environment file, log file. Yeah, I have a chatbot.log file too that logs up things like whatever is in the terminal is logged in there. I can show you that quickly. See, chatbot.log. This is very helpful. So this is all the terminal log that I have stored. Okay, where is the main.py? I just forget where I was so many times. This gets complicated, I know. Explaining the code is such a hectic, but it's okay. So here are so many things like, okay, my laptop got stuck. Shit. Okay, everything's fine. So basically this is the logger for the log file. This is all for the log file. Everything, like, it took a lot of while to organize my terminal, and have to work on it again, as of course now this is too complicated. Earlier it was fine. I just need to hide the bot response, nothing else. No issues. It used to look better. Now we have the fast API. Basically fast API is handling all the backend, and I've researched a lot. Like, I've compared every technology for every purpose. Like, if I'm talking about backend, then I have compared Flask, fast API, and whatnot, and then which is better, which is faster, which is more professional and industry method of doing everything. So after all that, I have used those technologies. So every technology I have used in my application are like best of the best for every purpose. Like, I have tried to do that. And maximum upload size I've set it to 10 MBs. There was a reason for that actually. I wasn't able to upload audio files and all using the folder button. And what else do we have over here? Lots of things. Okay, this is something new I have added. This is the code for removing all the formatting due to the MD file from the output, just the output, not the uh, backend, but the output. Okay, what else do we have here? Chat endpoint, user input. Okay. See, I've used UUID for generating unique path names for the files generated, so that um, I don't have any issues. And what else do we have? We have taken text sentiment, and audio sentiment was calculated over here, and we have fused the sentiments. Now for response, we have imported time over here, and response time has been calculated over here. And okay, see, response was there, but we generated clean response just for the output purposes, for the display purposes. This is the logger.info. This logs the info into chatbot.log and the terminal. And this is the database code which adds the what it does is, it calls the insert chat function of the database.py, right? And what else? Okay, here we end up. Finally, it's such a huge code. See, in response, there's a clean response for the display. There's audio path. There's user audio path. Okay, and here we have the code for UVCon running. Basically, running this code requires this command. And okay, the video has already extended 19 minutes. I know it's too huge, but I have to show you a lot of things that are remaining. Index underscore hash dot text, FAISS index. We have all this stuff over here. Okay. Mm, what else? Uploads contains all the user audios, and web scraping. Okay, this is the scraper I created. Even this took a lot. I have tried to use the best technologies to scrape from Netflix. Like I have used Playwright, and I've used Beautiful Soup and Requests and good libraries like best of the best. And Markdownify is for the generation of Markdown files. Okay. Well, Playwright was something like I didn't want to use Selenium. I wanted to use something fast and like better one. So yeah, Playwright was good for it. And this generated a really huge knowledge base like this. Like you can see, all of this was generated at once by our scraper file. For now, we have specialized our chatbot for Netflix, but it can work for anything. Like whatever you add to the knowledge base, it will adhere to that. And I don't think that there is anything much left to explain over here. See the render.yml file, this is something I used for the deployment at a website that is called Render. I think so, I'm saying it right. So over there it was required. It is simply just telling things. Well. This tree.txt simply shows the you can say the what do you call it, the directories. Now see, this was already the directory before the updates. Now it is going to grow even large. I have to update it. Okay, I would like to end over here. And what more I can say? Yeah, if you want to update anything, like there are so many features pending. Like I wish to have query suggestions over here, so you can just click a button and the query will be written over here. Like you should know now that what you need to ask the chatbot. If what if you are not able to frame your questions properly, so you can get options over here. And there are a lot of things to do. Like um, we can talk about it later also. I know that. Well, whatever you wish to exploit this website or do any updates, you can by visiting my GitHub. I hope I've opened the right GitHub over here. Nope. Let me see. Let me show you my repositories over here. Project Sci Future AI. So you can fork it, work on it, and yeah, I will make sure that I will also push the new changes I've made. This is it, guys. Thank you very much for uh, giving all your attention to this project. I know this is not something like a really huge project or something that you know you can really get a lot of value from for a 23 minutes of video. Like I can't say it was the most worth your while, but it is worth it when you see someone uh, like even if I could see someone like a friend or someone who is of my age group working on a project, and his approach, like how he did it, will be more relatable than someone like a professional person who just looks like he's doing some sort of magic. Now this shows that what is actually the effort and how we can approach things at our level. So that's it. Okay guys, thank you very much. Take care.